Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriostrade pitch would move Kuminga and Moody for most improved player. In recent weeks the Golden State Warriors have been linked to Lauri Markkanen. The 2022-23 most improved player would be an excellent fit due to his ability to hit the three-point shot at a high level. The Warriors also have multiple young players and picks who could interest the Utah Jazz, including Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody and Brandon Podmski. Markkanen, the best player on the trade market right now, would cost a ton, and rightfully so. Eric Pincus of Bleacher Report put together a 3-trade package to help the Warriors land him. Pink proposal is expensive as expected, as he has Moody, Kuminga and others going to the Jazz and Sacramento Kings. He did however keep Podziemski out of the deal. Jazz would get Moody, Kevin Looney, Gus Santos, Kevin Huerter, Colby Jones. 2025 first rounder via Warriors top 5 protection, else 2026 unprotected. 2026 Atlanta Hawks second rounder via Ward. Warriors 2027 first round swap via Warriors top 5 protection, else 2028 Hawks second rounder. 2028 first rounder via Kings. 2030 first round swap via Kings. Warriors would get Markkanen $8 million trade exception, $1.9 million trade exception. Sacramento Kings would get Kuminga $9.2 million trade exception, $2.1 million trade exception. While Kuminga has shown tremendous potential, the franchise may not want to overpay when its identity revolves around Curry. Pincus wrote on July 26, the Andrew Wiggins market is thought to be relatively soft, and the Warriors still need what he does as an athletic wing who can defend and score. Looney has played a vital role on the franchise, but Golden State let Klay Thompson depart to the Dallas Mavericks in free agency. His decision, but the team could have offered enough salary to sway him to return. Looney would be superfluous with Draymond Green, Tracy Jackson Davis and Markkanen. The Golden State Warriors have been working their trade market this off-season, and forward Draymond Green essentially confirmed that on July 25 in an episode of the Club 520 podcast. Green however didn't mention any names, just that the Warriors were going to make some trades. "We was just about to make some trades last week," Green said, "and I told them straight up that trade will help me. It'll help me in my career these last couple of years with Stephen Curry, but I've always spoken from a place of what's best for this organization. I won't stop now." It's uncertain who Green was talking about, but there's a scenario where he was hinting at a Markkanen trade. However, with Markkanen being 26 years old, it's tough to see where a deal for him hurts their future. A Markkanen trade wouldn't only give the Golden State Warriors a chance to win right now, but it had also put them in contention for the foreseeable future, with him being one of the main pieces at the very least. Even when Stephen Curry retires, the Warriors would have a number 2 option on a championship team. His fit next to Curry and Green in Steve Kerr's offense would be perfect, as he shot 39.9% from three-point range on 8.0 attempt per game last season. If the Warriors believe a trade would give them a chance to maximize Curry's window, there's not much of a downside to giving it a chance. If he were older, it would make sense to avoid a deal, but he's young and fits the now and future Warriors rival mix. Significant move in signing best remaining free agent. The Golden State Warriors' task in the Pacific Division just got slightly more difficult, with the Phoenix Suns landing the league's best remaining free agent in Tyus Jones. Jones has signed a 1-year $3.3 million contract with the Suns, according to ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski on Saturday. It's a huge coup for the franchise, who continue to make the most of their limited financial flexibility this off-season. The 28 28-year-old is coming off a 2-year $29 million contract, with his recent production having suggested that another deal will in excess of $10 million per season was forthcoming. Jones averaged 1.2 points and 7.3 assists in 66 games with the Washington Wizards last season, shooting 48.9% from the floor and 41.4% from three-point range. Instead, Jones has chosen to take a 1-year pro-it deal with the Suns, much in the same manner as Gary Trent Jr. did in signing with the Milwaukee Bucks. The 9-year veteran joins Mason Plumlee and Monte Morris as valuable additions on minimum contracts for Phoenix this offseason. Jones had been floated as a potential option for the Warriors, particularly as the offseason developed and it became increasingly more realistic that he'd accept a 1-year minimum contract. There's no indication at this stage that Golden State was ever a possible suitor, with little doubt that Phoenix's lack of genuine point guards opens up far greater playing opportunity for Jones outside of starting point guard and 2x MVP Stephen Curry. Their Warriors appear comfortable in handing the bench unit to impressive 21-year-old Brandon Podmski. Last year's 19th overall pick recorded 13 assists across his 2 Summer League games in Las Vegas before he and Tracy Jackson Davis rested over the remainder of the schedule. Podmski could also be the key to unlocking a Lauri Markkanen trade, though, with Jones no longer a potential backup option should the Warriors choose to relent and give up the all-rookie first-team member. Joe Lacob reluctant to trade Jonathan Kuminga. Brandon Podmski. The Warriors are rumored to be among the teams with the most interest in trading for Jazz forward Lauri Markkanen, but team owner Joe Lacob tells Tim Kawakami of The Athletic that it would be difficult to part with either Jonathan Kuminga or Brandon Podmski in any deal. Lacob says teams have inquired about both players, but he sees them as future franchise cornerstones. We're extremely high on Podmski, Lacob said. By the way, so are a lot of other teams that are interested. We get a lot of calls on both him and JK. We do on Moses Moody as well. By the way, I do believe that if you talk about Pods in particular, I said it at the Summer League, I think he has the potential to be an all-star in this league, and I absolutely believe it, and so does everyone in our organization. I think that JK is in the same boat. He has the potential to be an all-star in this league. The potential. Podziemski showed he was ready for a rotation role in his first season, averaging 9.2 points, 5.8 rebounds and 3.7 assists in 74 games and finishing 5th in the Rookie of the Year voting. Kuminga, who was extension eligible this summer, has taken longer to develop his game, but he's coming off a breakthrough season with career highs in virtually every category. A recent report stated that Golden State hasn't included Podmski or Kuminga in its offer for Markkanen, instead centering the package around Moody, other contracts and draft assets. That hasn't been enough to sway Utah, which may not feel a need to move Markkanen before he becomes eligible to renegotiate and extend his contract on August 6. I'm not going to get into specifics like that. There's no way, Lacob replied when asked if he would be willing to deal Podziemski, but I don't want to give him up or JK. We love these guys and Moses, Tracy Jackson Davis. These are good young players. Lacob offers more insights in the wide-ranging interview on a possible deal with Stephen Curry, who was eligible for a 1-year $62.6 million extension this summer that would push his contract through the 2026-27 season. We have not discussed it. He's busy right now and he should stay busy and focused on that with the Olympics, but if he wants to talk about that, that's up to him. He's not said that at all, but if he wants to, we'll certainly entertain that discussion. Let's put it this way, Steph Curry, I fully anticipate he'll be a Warrior for life. I thought Klay Thompson was going going to be to, but I was wrong on Curry's recent comments that he wouldn't want to stay with the Warriors if they were to become a bottom feeder. From what I've heard, all he said was what you'd expect, I'd think, which is I want to win, and if we were a really bad team I guess he would rethink whether he really wanted to finish his career here, but he didn't expect that's not the case, and he didn't expect that to be the case. And certainly from any conversations I've had with Steph, and I'm pretty close to Steph, we talk a lot. And you fan, what do you think of the situation of Jonathan Sigan? Leave your opinion in the comments